Hey, 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 beautiful people. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Pow Pow. I'm not gonna do my mic check. Okay, I heard myself. I always try to wait for it to feedback so I can hear myself. So, hey, 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 happy Wednesday. It feels kind of weird every time I come on here on Wednesdays because this is just my second week of doing anything on a Wednesday. Normally, this is my day to do lower body, and then I post it in an edited video on Thursday. I'm still gonna do that, but we're gonna stretch first. I think it's very important for people to understand stretching. I talk about it, but after we talked about the going from 20 to 30 yesterday, like the changes you deal with, stretching is one of them. We don't stretch enough. I told y'all I just hop into my workout. But the older you get and you start feeling your joints and your mobility isn't the same, you gotta stretch. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do I'm gonna start us off with like dynamic standing stretches. So dynamic is when your body is in motion. I'm just gonna simplify the term, but dynamic is pretty much you stay in motion. Static is what we're normally used to, where we hold a position for a certain amount of time and then release. Black, y'all know I like to wear black. Black and red are like my go-to. Red is my favorite color. Black is just, I just have so much black. So it's always easy. Dante, what's going on, Dante? In the chat. Y'all here early and on time. Okay. AK. What? Y'all came in today. Got Teresa, Pow Pow, Dante, and AK. Okay. Look at y'all. On time. So, okay, y'all. The goal for today is dynamic, static. We're gonna do some sitting. It's just let it flow, okay? Today is an easy breezy day. There's no resistance training. There's no cardio. We're just gonna let it flow. We're not gonna rush today's workout. Each exercise or stretch, should I say? Each stretch is gonna be about 20 to 30 seconds. I like black color. It's my favorite color. You just dropping by for a few, Dante? Okay, I'll take the few. I'll take the few. Um, okay, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get us moving and grooving. So if anybody wants, you just let it flow, right? um, so yeah, a lot of these stretches you might have seen me doing workouts because a lot of time I will start the workout with stretches that I kind of throw in as exercises, but they're really just to warm the body up before we really get moving. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna start us off with some dynamic standing. We're gonna do 20 to 30 seconds each exercise. So once again, just flow with me. Just flow. Okay, let me get my timer going. All right. Dante okay, but try dropping with style. Drop a thumbs up. You so funny. Yeah, y'all thumbs up. Okay, so the first one we're gonna start with is mod jack. So I am gonna walk us through some of these exercises, or excuse me, I keep saying exercise stretches. I am gonna walk us through a lot of them, just in case anybody has any questions. You kind of know what it's supposed to look like and what the feel of it should be. So mod jack is just like this, right? We're just stepping out. It's a modified form of the jumping jack. Okay, so here we go, and let's work. I'm probably gonna do this one for about 20 seconds. It's just to kind of stretch it out our lats. I feel it in my calf muscles. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go right into high knees. So high knees, you're just driving the knee up to your chest. So last week I more so focused on hip mobility. Today I'm just doing like full body stretch. We getting old, y'all. We all need to be stretching. You're gonna feel this in your glutes, hamstrings, quads. 3, 2, 1. So hamstring scoop, this is what I have all my track babies do, is to work the hamstring. We normally do it walking down the track, but I'm just gonna have y'all do it in place. And the hamstring scoop, or sometimes we call it chicken. I call it a whole bunch of different things. But you just kind of pull through. You're gonna put your heel on the floor and swipe through. So you want to make sure you're keeping your legs straight. You're bending enough to feel that pull in the back of your leg. Okay. So we're gonna alternate. Here we go. So nice and easy. Just pull through. I call it the chicken scoop because just imagine if you were trying to like get some chickens to go, kind of like you're shooing them away. We're gonna do this one for 30 seconds. We're halfway there. But you should feel a nice pull in your hamstrings. My left hamstring is always so tight. There we go. We're gonna do one more each leg. There we go. So next one we're gonna do is butt kicks. Butt kicks, just how it sounds. You want the heel of your foot to tap the glute. Okay, so just like this. This is to stretch out your quads. Ooh. I always notice LJ left. Yeah, maybe because I mentioned my left hip as being a problem. You may notice it more. You'll notice I tend to cater to that side a little more. Like I'm protective of my left side. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're gonna hit some shoulder rolls. We're gonna go forward. 20 seconds. This really stretches out your upper back, your shoulders, of course, but you really feel it in your back, your sides, your lats. 5, 4, 3, 2. I am gonna go to 1. I just haven't found one yet that I'm comfortable with going to, AK. But I am gonna go to 1. I think me and was that Charity I was talking to yesterday or Teresa? Which one? But we were talking about it yesterday in the chat. So I am gonna go. I just gotta make sure I make time. That's the one thing people would do is not make enough time. Okay, let's do arm circles. We're gonna do big arm circles. I tend to feel this in my shoulders. I hear a lot of popping. Bye-bye, you the hip supervisor. That's funny. Take it back. Oh, I hear so much popping and cracking, y'all. See, this is when my age starts to show. Trying to stretch. Now you hear it's crack and pop. Hey, reluctant gamer, what's going on? Welcome into the chat. Your girl just over here stretching, Join in at any time for a good stretch. So now we're gonna go forward to back. Where when we come forward, we're gonna arch our back, get that good stretch, and then we're gonna pull in the back. Okay, and let's go. Oh, that's a good stretch. Pull in the back. Woo. See, nice and easy stretches. My hip surprisingly wasn't bothering me as bad today when I woke up. Normally, my first step when I get up, it hurts so bad. But this morning it wasn't actually bad. I'm starting to feel it right now just because I think I'm standing. So I think it has to be like a disc or something. I don't know. Okay, so now we're going to go into a lateral lunge. That's going to hit our adductors and our abductors. So we're working the outer parts of our thigh. And then also we're going to feel it in our glutes. Okay. We're just going to go side to side. I really feel a good stretch here when I go to that opposing side. Feel it in that inner thigh. That walk helped you yesterday. Yeah, that's probably what it was. The walk was starting to help because I think when I first got on, I definitely was tight. And then by the end of the workout, I felt okay. It's normally when I sit down that I don't feel good. Okay. So this next one is to help the hip. It always, I think, is a little weird, but you put right foot over left, and the foot that you have in the front, that's the direction you kind of want to pop that hip out to. Oh, excuse me, the opposite. Oh, that don't feel right. So the opposite. So if I have the back foot, whichever back foot you have, that's the direction you want to go. So if I got my left foot in the back, I want to go to the left. And so it's kind of like if you were to have, I try to explain it to her, if you have a child on your hip, you kind of poke that hip out a little bit to give them a seat. I know y'all. Just follow along, okay? Dante out of here. Did I miss Dante saying he was gone? Or did Dante still here? I just didn't want to miss you saying that you're out of here. Keep holding it, y'all. Okay, Dante, you still in here. Nacho, welcome to the chat. Okay, switch over. So left foot is going on top, right foot is going in the back. So we're gonna push that hip out. You can really feel it all in the hip. Are y'all just watching me stretch? Is anybody stretching with me? Okay. This is one of my favorites to do, especially when my hip is giving me problems. That's definitely where I feel it. It's like a good pull of it. Okay, now we're gonna hit some. We kind of already started our static, but now we're gonna go into our static. Our static is where you just hold it. So that last exercise I did was static one. So now we're gonna hit our arms. This is where you feel that pull across your delts and your tricep. So you want to make sure you're pulling at the elbow. So we're not just placing it here and just holding it. We're actually pulling. I'm pulling with this hand, my left. I'm pulling at the elbow. That way I get all that pull right here. And let's go. So remember, each one, you want to always hold each exercise, stretch for about 20 seconds for it to really activate and really work. Anything less than that is really not stretching anything. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Switch it over. So now I got my left arm across my chest. My right is pulling at the elbow. So all this is being pulled. Okay. It actually feels pretty good. Y'all know I'm always working my delts. So this is a good stretch if you're always working shoulders, triceps. It's good, good, good. I'm trying to keep up with the chat if y'all talking to me, but okay, Reluctant Gamer, you're stretching. What'd you say on my left hip? Okay, so now we're gonna go to our quad stretch. Remember last week I mentioned, especially for my women, whenever it comes to pulling our quads and holding that stretch, you don't want to use the same hand because typically when you use same hand for the same leg, we pull out and we don't want to pull outward. Okay, so you want to take our opposing hand. So I'm taking my left hand to stretch my right. That way I'm keeping everything in alignment and not pulling that leg out. I think it is natural for us to pull out. Then once again, you're gonna make sure you're pulling your foot up. So it's not just about holding, but I'm actually like pulling it up. This is always a go-to, I think, with most athletes. I think you always want to make sure you're hitting those quads and hamstrings. 3, 2, 1. Switch. So I'm taking my right hand, grab my left foot. I'm too smooth, y'all. Okay, LJ, I didn't know that thing about the opposite hand kind of stretching. Yeah, it's just that a lot of times we pull our hip out. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to hold it 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, One. Okay, now we're going to the knee. This is one of my other favorite stretches, especially for my hamstrings. So we're gonna go on the left knee. We're gonna straighten out that right leg, and we're gonna reach for the toe. The more you lean forward, of course, you're gonna feel that pull. So it's not about just touching the toe. We want to make sure we're pulling so we can actually feel the stretch. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And switch it over, y'all. So we're on the right knee. We're gonna this side always hurts. This is like my real tight side. I think it all kind of goes hand in hand between my back, my hip, my hamstring. Y'all know everything's connected. So I think that's why this side always hurts. It's not just like it's tight. No, this be more like a little bit of pain there, but it's needed. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now I'm gonna do. I haven't done this one yet before, but once again we're back on that left knee. We're 90-degree angle with our right leg, and we're gonna pull up with that back foot. Let me scoot back a little bit. I feel like I'm so far forward. Okay, we're gonna pull back and forward, just like that. So this is actually working our quad. So this is where I feel it the most, is up in here. And then as you leaning forward always just adds to it. So I'm not leaning forward a lot, as you can probably see. You probably couldn't even tell that I moved forward a little bit. But the more you lean forward, you also engage that pull a little more. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Switch it on over. So now we got our left leg 90-degree angle, right knee down, and we're going to pull up. And we're going to lean forward. Back to the chat now. Quads. Yeah, this is definitely a good one. Ooh. Black Panther. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for coming by and engaging. I appreciate you. Here we go. And count down. Hey, hey, hey. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite is good. I'm gonna bring y'all down to the floor with me now, because I'm not gonna be able to see y'all up there. So now I'm gonna hit some of the ones. I'll move this out the way. I hit some of the extra stretches I hit last week just because they're really good, and there really isn't a time frame on how often you should do a stretch. Really you should be doing these probably every day or every other day. Just keep your body loose. Thank you. Are beautiful. We love good compliments. So this one really stretches the hip flexor. So I got my right, so it's gonna be my left ankle on my right knee. I don't even have to touch anything yet. And I'm like, ooh, I feel it all in those hips. So then you want to push down on that knee, man. Woo. This is really a good one, y'all. When I talk about my when I talk about my hip, this is one of my go-to stretches. Well, you know, Charity is still in San Diego, so she's probably out with the kiddos. Savannah, I don't know where Savannah's at. Ooh, y'all, that was a good one. Hold on, we're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, yeah, that was good. So now I'm gonna switch. We're putting our right ankle on top of our left knee, and we're pushing down. Ooh, that push adds a little more engagement. It's like You definitely feel it. It doesn't hurt, but you can definitely feel that it's stretching. Whew. Okay, here we go. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what I'm talking about. I need a pizza too. Did y'all know Pizza Hut does $2 Tuesday personal pan pizzas? And then for any extra toppings, it's 50 cents. Okay, next we're gonna do glute stretch. Glute stretch is almost I would say similar to our last one. The difference is we're not putting our ankle on top of our knee. We're pretty much just bringing our ankle towards us and we're pulling towards the chest. So then that's where you're gonna feel it all in the glute. So this is a good stretch for that. So we're just holding. Remember, we're doing static. I heard that pizza. I haven't had Pizza Hut in forever, right? I think Pizza Hut used to be really famous, like for all of us when we were like, are really big when we were in like grade school. And so I think all these different companies are trying to find ways to like rejuvenate and get like business back popping. So they're all coming up with all these different ideas to switch. So I think that is Pizza Hut's new idea. But it actually seemed like it's working. From what I heard, there were a lot of long lines there. So I don't know. They might be onto something. All these different companies are trying to get people back in there. What did I say, Dante? Ooh. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next thing we're gonna do is back stretch. Back stretch. We're gonna put our left leg over our right, so my foot should be close to my knee, my right knee. And then I take my right arm and I want to push against that knee with my elbow, and I feel it all on the back side of the right side. Dante, you are not a Papa, so funny. You don't get no pizza, Dante. Oh, this is a very good stretch so anybody who's having, especially if you have a lot of upper back issues. This is a good stretch. It does go down to your lower one. I will do one for your lower one as well. Okay, let's switch. Woo. Ooh. Yeah, I just feel that in my shoulder. Good stretch, y'all. What y'all talking about? I can't see nothing with this stretch. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the next one we're gonna do is the 90. So the other one I did last week was the 90-90, and I'm gonna show y'all what that looked like. So that's pretty much where each one of your legs form like a 90-degree angle, and we were just switching back and forth like this. Okay. So this time we're just doing one leg, and it's gonna look like this. So you're feeling that pull all right here. Kind of weird. Like I know it looks weird, it feels kind of weird, but it is a good stretch for the inner, and it's a good way to open those hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, switch it over. Whew. Oh yeah. So now we switch sides, y'all. So not only do you feel it here, you feel it in your glutes as well. I will offer a pizza to you guys. Didn't you go to the beach yesterday, Dante, or something like that? Ooh. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the next one we're gonna hit is donkey kick to fire hydrant. Normally I do these on leg day, but I'll do the donkey kicks weighted. Y'all know I put the weight right here, and that's where it adds that resistance. But we're really trying to open up our hips. We're gonna go from donkey kick, which is here. Okay. So we want to make sure we're pulling all the way up, and we'll feel that pull here. So you want to go all the way up. We're gonna come down. You can tap the floor if you want to, and then you come out. And that's the fire hydrant. Okay. So we're gonna go from donkey kick to fire hydrant. We're gonna do this stretch for about 30. This is like a dynamic though. So I'm kind of going back and forth now between dynamic and static. Um, so here we go. We're gonna do 30 seconds. This is a nice, easy motion move, like you're not trying to have an up tempo. Move nice and slow. You want to hold it at the top for each one. And you actually start to feel it in your opposing glute. That's where a lot of your weight is sitting while you do the motion. So even though I'm moving my left leg, I feel it in my right glute. Okay. Now switch it on over. Hanging with your crew. Go right into it. This is one of my favorites too. Yeah, I think a lot of these are my favorite, as long as they feel good. Sure. You hate birthday parties. How old is the little one turning? Pow pow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next thing we're gonna do is Cobra. Anybody who does yoga or anything like that, I'm pretty sure most of y'all are familiar with Cobra. Cobra, we're laying flat on our stomachs. I like to keep my hands nice and tight to my chest, almost like a tricep push-up. And you're just gonna come up. We're gonna hold it. And we're probably gonna hold it for about, I'm gonna break this up about 5 seconds and then release. And then go right back into it. Some people go from the cobra to the downward dog, but we ain't doing all that. You also feel this in your lower back. It also works your abdominal. It stretches out your core. I normally take some deep breaths when I do it. We're gonna do it one more time, okay? We're gonna go down, release it in 3, 2, 1. We got one more time. Ooh. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Just think of all the single moms I might be. It'll be his first birthday. Oh, he's young. So I hope you all enjoyed that stretch. So we did a little bit of dynamic, then we did static, and then I kind of mixed and mingled a few of them. But these are all good exercises, or excuse me, stretches. I'm gonna fix that one day where I won't say exercises. These are all good stretches for you to do before your workout. You mainly want to focus on dynamic. Some people do both. I feel like you have to understand what works good for you when it comes to working out or you're ready to do a sporting event. But if you're just lifestyle, trying to maintain your flexibility and functional movement, then I would just say any of those are good to do day to day. Dante ain't no single moms. That's all Dante be worried about. He like, there be some single moms there. Well, they might be single, but they gonna have kids. How y'all feel about dating somebody with kids? I don't know how we jump from that to stretching, but um, I did want to give y'all a health and fitness tip for today, And that's when it comes to drinking water. I know I've talked to y'all about this before, but when it comes to drinking water, it's very important. So because we stretched today, I kind of want to combine that with drinking water because there are two things that we have to be better about doing before we work out. A lot of people want to drink water the day of. You want to make sure you're getting that water in 24 to 48 hours prior to anything major you got going on. I mean, we should be drinking water every single day. But if we have like a big sporting event coming up, or you're about to go on a hike, or you're gonna do something that's gonna have you sweating a lot, you want to make sure 24 to 48 hours before that you're getting a lot of your water in. Um, assuming that the day of your body doesn't have the amount of time it needs to absorb it, and just make sure your body's good. Water plays such a major role that the amount of water that the average person probably drinks is nowhere near what the body actually needs. Not only does the water regulate your body temperature, which, as we all know, is through sweating. Um, that's also what keeps your joints nice and lubricated. So it's like whenever you're feeling, a lot, you're hearing a lot of popping, or you're just having a hard time doing certain movements. A lot of time is due to the lack of water that we give our body. It also protects our organs, and our tissue, and then it helps with digestion. So I know, even though I talked to y'all a lot about smoothies and juicing and all the different like fiber and things that aid with digestion, water, water, water. When I'm telling you, if any at any point you're eating something very heavy, that's also a good time to drink some water. If you're drinking something high in sodium, good time to drink water so it flushes out. But water, it helps break down your food, and it also helps with absorption. So water just ain't made just to help regulate you. It got so many other functions. Y'all know your blood is basically like 90% water. I mean, so it also helps support blood circulation. So make sure y'all drinking y'all water, okay? I told y'all to always try to get 65%, but at the minimum of each day, I tell y'all 50, and you want to do it based off your body weight. When I say 50%, I'm talking about 50% of your body weight. You want to more so aim between 65 and 70%. But just to make it easy math for you, take your body weight, cut it in half, and that's how many ounces of water. So if I weigh 120, a minimum, and this is without working out, for every 30 minutes you work out, you want to add anywhere between 8 to 12 ounces of water. But if you're not working out and you're just having a regular day, for me, if I weigh 120, I will break that in half, and at a minimum, I want to get 60 ounces of water. Um, not a shot of whiskey, pow pow. Next time I throw a party, everyone shows up. I'm good with it. Oh, okay. You're talking to a girl with kids. Okay, Doc. So we don't change topics. I am interested in this. So Dante, talking to somebody with kids, how old are the kids and how many kids does she have? I'm very interested. Is anybody else in the chat either have kids and you're getting to know someone who doesn't have kids? I just want to know what the opposing, like Dante, do you have kids? Okay, 1 and 5. Dante, why do you want a girl with kids? LJ, okay, no whiskey tonight. But I am interested in knowing. So y'all, let me tell y'all my thoughts a little bit. I'm gonna let y'all in my personal space. Y'all know I don't ever like to be too personal. Um, I don't think I could date anybody with kids. Um, I have tried it. It wasn't bad, but a lot of times when you and that person end, you have to separate that relationship with the kids a lot of times. Um, but also because I know I want kids and I kind of want us to do it together. Like, I don't want you to already feel like you experienced everything because you already had kids. So it doesn't seem as like magical to you. Um, that is pretty young though, especially the 1 year old. 5 is already on the cusp of my age limit. Um, because I never know what position I may be in. So I don't want to cut nobody off completely. And then who's to say? Some people get married, have kids, and then get divorced. So it's like, is life not supposed to go on just because the marriage didn't work out, which you never thought was happening, and now you're left with kids? So that's why I'm trying to be open to people who may still have kids. Um, some of them, like any of your older kids, that doesn't bother me. We're talking about kids in the home. That's why I say may still have kids, meaning in the home. Um, I think the older they are, it does make it a little easier. But 1 in 5, I'm not no wild party animal, bruh. She cool people, so we ain't living together or nothing. So I see them from time to time. It ain't that deep yet. Oh, okay. Well, anybody that was on here to stretch with me, we have concluded that we are not now talking about dating people with kids. So I thank y'all for stretching with me. We talked about the importance of water. Tomorrow I am posting my leg workout. I told you I'm on my leg journey. I had to work on the areas of my body that I'm not most comfortable with, and that's my legs, and that's mostly due to my hip. I feel like I can't move the way I want to. So I'm trying to get, better with developing my legs. So I'm working on that today. That'll be posted tomorrow. And then if you want to join me live again, that would be Friday. Friday, Friday, Friday. Um, said not me, girl. Wow, you're a Rasheen. Congrats, bro. Y'all are funny. Okay, so we see who would not date somebody with kids in the chat. Y'all, so yeah, my first priority is to be with someone who doesn't have kids. But I feel like the older I get, ugh, my options are getting few, far in between. So I don't know, y'all. I get it. I don't. And if I do date somebody with kids, yeah, I think they have to be a little older. They have to. They're not my kids. But I think that's what makes it different, though, Dante, because they're not your kids. So whoever she's co-parenting with, that means they have to continue to have that relationship. I don't know. I don't have to deal with all that. I don't want to have to deal with the back and forth. It's a pleasure to see you for almost the whole week, LJ. I know, right? I'm doing a lot better with posting. Um, I think this week, the only day that I wouldn't be live is Thursday and Saturday, but I'm still posting tomorrow. You just won't it just won't be live. So yeah, you can technically see me every day but Saturday. I don't know. I don't know. So Dante, I know you said you were talking about starting your platform with your YouTube channel. Um when we doing that? I'm trying to keep you accountable. Dealing with the baby mother or father. Right. That's Teresa. Girl, me and you always here. We are always there. Um, cause yeah, I definitely had to deal with that with somebody from the past, and I was like, never again. Y'all, yeah, nope, sorry. Mm-mm. Especially because I like to be hands on. I love kids. I don't have time for anybody having an issue, especially if the kid is in my household. Child, her baby daddy is chill. Yeah, for now, cause y'all ain't serious. Wait till y'all get serious. It always changes when they find out it's more than what they thought it was. Once y'all become something serious, watch out, Dante. Baby father ain't gonna be so chill. Nah, I hope everything works out. I hope baby daddy does continue to be chill. Um, but that's just not for me and what I want. So I'm going to set my standard and yeah. But that I think that Dante, trust me, bro. You got I believe you. But I think today was a very good workout, or excuse me, stretch. stretching workout, should I say. I am going to break this workout down and probably do a reel. That way, if you don't necessarily want to do the long form way of stretching, but you do want to see what stretches I did, you can always go to my YouTube shorts, and that will show you a quicker way of seeing all the stretches. I showed them for about 2 to 5 seconds each exercise, or excuse me, each stretch. With my other workout is each exercise. Um, you also know you can follow me on my IG, Get Fit with LJ. I mean, I really post the same content across all my platforms, but from time to time, I post. I'm gonna start posting a little more like pictures and things like that on my Instagram. Um, so definitely follow me. What else was I gonna say to y'all? Watch my video tomorrow for legs. I think that's it. Today's workout isn't gonna be too bad for my legs. I have to be mindful of what I'm dealing with when it comes to my legs. So thank y'all for joining my stretching session today. I appreciate it. My Wednesday lives are probably going to be shorter than my other ones just because all we're really doing is stretching. I could open it up to where we talk about more health and fitness or just general information, but for the most part, I'm just proud of myself for getting on here. I will say I woke up not feeling too good, but I'm always going to push through, y'all. If you want something, you got to keep fighting for it. You got to keep pushing for it. Because even though it seems like I'm far away from reaching my goals with this, each day at a time, I'm getting that much closer. So I got to keep pushing. I think I'll be a good dad. Thanks, LJ and chat. Have a great day. So thank you all. I will see you on my watch my long form tomorrow, but I'll see you live on Friday. Remember, Friday we got full body strength. So full body strength coming at you. So all right, y'all. Thank you for joining me today. Y'all know my motto: be kind, be nice. Have a good one.